Hey, so I wanted to show you the clay in action. This is the cleaning clay. So when you open it up, it's gonna come like this with a little white sponge that fits right down inside of it. So this is the key to making the clay foam. This is completely all natural and it is food safe. It will not foam on its own. It needs the little air pockets in this sponge to make it foam up. So that's why it comes right down inside there. So to use the clay, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use it on. I actually have rust on our white quartz countertops, so I'm going to use it on that to show you. I've been saving this rust spot just for you. We had our Vitamix was leaking, and it was, anyways, it got rust on the countertop. So I'm going to show you how to use it. But first, I want to show you the actual spot. Okay, so we're going to turn this like this so that I can show you right here where the rust is. So this has been here for weeks. It does not come off, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to take off with the clay. Okay, so I know you can't see that super close right now, but you'll be able to see how I'm using the clay. So you take the white sponge, you're going to get it wet under the sink, squeeze most of the water out, then it's just barely damp, okay? Swipe in the clay like that. This is probably enough to clean your oven door or your glass cooktop, so a little bit goes a long way. I will be surprised if you would need more of this within a year. Most of the time it lasts people 1.5 to 2 years. But when you squeeze it, you'll start to see, you just keep squeezing it, you'll start to see it foaming up, okay? So this is how you're gonna clean that spot. So now I have foam all over my hands. You're just gonna scrub the spot and it disappears. It is just gone. So obviously I have a lot of clay here. I would use it somewhere else. It is great for in your kitchen sink, getting all the hard water off of there or around your faucets. For now, I'm just gonna set it back in the container. Normally I would use it up, rinse it out. I guess I'll just rinse it for you. Rinse it completely out. And even if you're cleaning an oven door, you would be surprised to see that all of that gunk will rinse out and your sponge will look just like this. So then I put it back inside my clay and leave the cap off for maybe a couple hours. It's fine if you just store it that way. The clay may start to pull away from the edges. It does not affect the clay as far as how effective it is on your stains. It just starts to dry a little bit, so you may need a little bit more water to use it. Okay, so we've put the clay on here. Most of the time I get the question of how do I rinse it, especially if you're doing a shower door or something. This is a great way to conserve water. So you're gonna take your heavy duty chiffonette, which is your darkest cloth in your set. It's always the darkest one, regardless of color set you get. The darkest cloth, you're gonna take it, get it wet. I've already gotten this one wet. Wring it out really well, so now it is just barely damp, and you're just gonna wipe the clay off. Just like that. So you can see there's some clay on my cloth. And then I'm gonna give you a close-up of that spot. So you can see no rust whatsoever. Sorry about my shadow. So that is just one little example of the clay in action. And like I said, cooktop, inside the oven, shower door, tub, tile, anywhere you might want to pull out those little white sponges that have cleaning chemicals on them. Anywhere you'd want to use that, use the clay instead. It is safe for your hands. It is food safe, so using it in the kitchen is no problem. And it will last forever. So it's kind of the product that I say will take away 90% of your other products is that cleaning clay. So let me know if you have any questions.